We're at the Silberspiegel Refuge. It is autumn 2005. Kate goes back to the Domruk guest house for the night. She's determined to get back to her research about Dana the following day. All she needs to do is get to bed and to hope she will be able to fall asleep. Return to the tram. So we've spoken with Lenny, we've researched the refuge, or how do you want to call it? We checked out everything, we did all this. So now we're gonna go back to the guest house. And Miss, I forgot her name. Or to the tram first, apparently. Oops, I can't use that. Do we need to walk that path all the way back? I hope not, because that would be kind of boring, if you ask me. Over the bridge again.
I found her, my sweet Katusha. The girl in the painting. Her name is Dana. Dana Rose.
That's nice, Kate. Real nice.
I'm gonna find out who she was, just like I promised you.
Nothing more than a good old adventure to forget your grief, I guess. You should go, Kate, or you're gonna miss the tram.
Leave.
There will always be a train for you.
So this is just my imagination. Oh, right, we're here. And I'm being watched. Still. Don't be so creepy. Just tell me who you are. Are you gonna come down? Or is it the detective then? So now I can click continue. So this is, I've had this in the game before. If you don't, you'll just get to see different views from inside the tram. And previously there were other people in there and I could listen to them, look at them. But now it's just me, so let's continue. Beautiful. And we're back. Oh, it's evening. Have I been here at night? I don't think I have. That's school, maybe things will look a bit different now. Because Dana was during the day and I think Kate was too. New notes were added to your diary. Return to the guest house. Will do. But first let's check out the notes. So Nick and Teen's reports. Let me just check. We read this the last time. She may by the time I arrived. It looks like this guy was watching me, to be honest, from, you know, I'm just seeing the back, but I don't know, who is this? Is he maybe in Syberia 3? Because I never played that game and I don't recognize him, but I think he is following me. Vague November 29th, 2005. Dear Mrs. Foster, today I went to the famous refuge in the Silberspiegel mountain where that picture was painted, the one that Kate Walker seems to have become so obsessed about since her escape from the mine. You can say that. I was expecting it to be one heck of a long journey to reach the refuge, but on the way I bumped into a group of alpinists and technicians from the Institute of Forensic Medicine of Wagen. Why did I not bump into them? It turned out they were also heading near the refuge, more precisely to the foot of the infamous pass known as Devil's Pass, to carry out some macabre work. I'll spare you the grim details. No, don't spare them, I want to know. Anyway, they kindly offered me a lift to the refuge in the helicopter. That's so cool. Why did I not get to go in a helicopter? Once there, I made the acquaintance of the manageress of the place, a sour-tempered old woman named Lenny. Yep. A sly and taciturn, I don't know that word, old-timer. She wasn't exactly an easy witness to question, I can tell you. All the more so as our meeting took place under the watch of a kind of hired help who must assist the old woman on a daily basis. Kind of hired help. Is it that man that didn't want to give me his name? He was a colossus of a guy and was careful to make himself visible to me while at the same time keeping his face well in the semi-darkness of the common room. I don't think I saw him. I don't know, maybe it is that man. Typical intimidation tactics, which, of course, were totally useless against me. I mean, I'm from New York, right? Talking about hubris. I managed to winkle the confirmation out of the old dame that Kate Walker had been to the refuge and had questioned the old lady on events that took place in the summer of 1937. Well, to be fair, you could have deduced that without even asking her. Fraulein Lenny ended up caving and begrudgingly told me everything she knew. He took a picture of her. Probably not though, because that's very old and black and white. She spoke a lot about a certain Dana Rose. That's the young woman on Miss Walker's painting. She had apparently fallen for an alpinist by the name of Leon during that summer. All this was during preparations for a secret expedition known as Origin. Oh, that's right. Financed by the Brown Shadow, it was recorded on film by a female filmmaker in vogue at the time, a certain Junta Steinhoff. I know that. Are they including this just because if you've haven't played for a while, then you can read up on what was happening? So, to refresh your memory, kind of? I don't know. Apparently, this Leon, following a disagreement with a Brown Shadow militiaman, was forced by the fascists to go with the expedition to a faraway land they call Balta Yar, so causing a painful separation with this Dana Rose. Armed with this knowledge, Kate Walker then continued her research the following day at the Academy of Music of Wagen. That's where I'm headed now to continue my investigation. And that is where we are now. So what are we going to do? Continue our research at the Academy of Music. But I don't really know why were we going there. It's been a while since I played it, but they're not, I mean, it's nice that they are, you know, telling me what happened, but they are kind of things you don't easily forget. I mean, meeting Lenny and her telling us about stuff that happened, and what I kind of want to know is what am I supposed to do right now? What was my next lead? And they're not telling me. So yeah, anyway, back. Return to the guest house. I don't have a secondary objective, so let's do that. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Tremors were
God.
close.
What a day.
Why can I look at it? Is Oscar there, maybe? I hope so. I missed it, little buddy.
I hope Oscar's okay, wherever he is.
Oh.
I'm not abandoning him. I just need to find him.
Yeah, but you're not doing anything to find him. You're just doing other stuff. I want to find that guy too. He was such a cutie. We're back. Oh, I think she's going to bed already. Oh, I have to go to bed too.
Closed. It's late. Frau Wagner must have gone to bed.
Wait. Check out the latest discoveries on the computer before you go to bed. Do I have to? That sounds boring. What's this? I can enter now.
I beg you, Kate, please come back and say goodbye to your mother. Call me so we can organize your return in the best conditions possible. Call me for the sake of what's left of our friendship.
There's no point. It's too late, Olivia.
Alrighty, so I guess I don't want to make up. Go up then. The computer's what I have to do. Here I am reading all the information on the computer, which includes reading about the Origin Expedition, the Academy of Music, Lenny Renner and Junta Steinhoff, and Balta Yar. That's the place where Leon was forced to go to. But this might not interest everyone, so for smooth gameplay, I will put it at the end of this video and show you the time on screen where you can check it out. Or you can wait until this video gets there. It's up to you. Alright, that is my secondary objective. So did that, leave. Did I learn something?
The more I discover about Dana, the more I get the feeling I'm only scratching the surface of Vaughan's history. Oh, but hey, let's call it a day. I really should go to bed now.
Alrighty. So I read this already previously. Go down, this is where I came from. I looked
Not
at
a
this.
soul here. Not surprising, given the time.
I don't even know what the time is. Can I see? Maybe it's 3 o'clock? Looks like, I don't know. The bread is still there. Go up. Did that. Wanna look at sub, but I can't. So this is not my room. This, what is this? I want to read that letter. Oh, I can't. Coroner notice.
Vaughan Institute for Forensic Science and Medicine. Charming. Colonel Blake.
Addressed to a certain Colonel Blake. But there was a woman. Oh, but she can be a colonel, of course. I immediately thought about a man, but it doesn't have to be. I can rotate it. Yes, I can. There's not really any point. Thanks, game. Back.
Do not disturb. Well, all right then.
So she is in the military. Let me think. And it's a coroner's notice. So maybe, is she... I can look at this. Why? I can hear her walking around. So she is still up. So she is maybe, what I'm thinking right now, checking or helping out with those people that are snowed in the mountain. So she's here for work. But why would the military be involved? I don't know. It's a big bed. And a nice room. You must be really tired. I haven't seen her sleep once since I've played. What are you doing? Just disappeared into a chest. Oh, I have to activate the melody. It is a lullaby. New Jersey? What's happening? Is this a flashback? 1983. I am from America. I mean, Kate is. This is maybe one of the previous games. That would be nice. No, can be 83. This is my home. Look how little I am. Is that you,
Katie? Yes, Mom! I mean, who else can it be?
This is cool. Found the music box. Well, I can't read that fast. Inspect the house before you take the music box. Will do. Inspect. Mr. Richard Walker, is that my daddy?
Another letter for Dad. Last time it took Mom days to find the strength to open it.
Oh, so he is gone. No, it's a letter for him. Don't know then. Why? Oh, he's not alive anymore, maybe. That's why she's saying that. Look at this. I can go up, but I just came from there, so she won't do
Looks like
that.
Mom's friends came over again last night. She's been seeing them a lot since what happened to Dad. Maybe too much.
So he probably died, and my mother is very sad, so she started drinking.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
Can I look at my mom? Where are you? I don't think I can. Oh well, here she is.
Is everything okay, Katie?
She looks perfectly fine to me. Why won't you look? Wait, am I stuck here? What's going on?
How are you doing with your homework, Munchkin?
Ugh, homework. Gift from Grandpa and Grandma.
Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. I really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like I did.
Looks like I did. That's not nice to trick them. Another letter? From Grandpa and Grandma. See, this is what I mean. Now I get read and I get text like this. Our dearest Sarah, your father and I would like to express our deepest sorrow at what happened to Richard. We are worried about your welfare, darling Sarah. You might be a fully grown adult, but we still worry about you. We wanted you so much. You are our miracle child. So even now as a young woman with a daughter of her own, it is hard for us to see you suffer. You've always been our pride and joy. Just remember, darling, we are here for you should you need us. We will always be here for you as long as we breathe. We shall be with you whatever happens in the spring for your birthday. Remember, just let us know if you want us to stay with you for a while until you're back on your feet. And we shall be down as fast as you can say Jack Robinson. With our deepest love, Mama and Papa. So what I'm thinking is that these Grandpa and Grandma, how do I explain this? When I was Dana in the beginning with her parents in her parents' shop, they had a letter that I read from friends of them who were telling that they could not have children and that they should give up that dream. And now these two people are saying that Kate's mother is their miracle. So maybe they are the friends from Dana's parents, and that is how it is connected. Back.
The piano that Mom ordered will soon be here. Couldn't bring myself to tell her that I wanted a drum kit instead.
See, piano, and Dana plays the piano. Oh, read. Back. Pills.
Mom bought those again.
To ease Mom. Yeah, kids are very observant. People forget that sometimes. Back.
Wow. I hope I get to travel around the world too when I grow up.
You are. Don't worry. It is a big house though. Looks really nice. Why don't open the door? Alright. Don't know what the point of that was. Can go there. It's the first time I see her mother, I think. Inspect.
We haven't seen Grandpa and Grandma for a long time. Mom says they'll probably come over from New York on her birthday.
These are Grandpa and Grandma. They look kind of angry. This is Daddy. So what happened to him? Do we know? Did he get into an accident or something? Oh, That was everything. Alright, so now I should find the music box, but I haven't even seen. Oh, it's right here. Timing. So I went the right way. Take it.
You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
I think she wants attention. Let's ask where she got it.
Where'd this come from?
I already told you. Your grandma and grandpa gave it to me when I was little.
Doesn't look like it's from New York, though.
I don't know. Must have been in the family forever.
They got it from Dana's parents.
I just love it.
You've always liked it. Ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl, when I get old.
So when will that be then?
Later, Katie.
And I'm waking up. Yep, back in 2005. We're a grown woman.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
That is true. Now what? Oh, I have to do it. Look at the letter. But I already read this.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
You're reading it again. You gonna call her?
Oh, what the hell?
Yes, she
You want me to
is.
call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism.
I have to use introspection, really? That's so boring. Oh. Do I have to do it? Last time I had to do it on the bed. But now the letter's there.
I shouldn't put it off. I better call Olivia while I have the courage.
Why do you need courage? Did she not cheat on you with your man? You should be mad at her. I can't look at this right now, so I'm glad I already did that.
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
Who says she's gonna lecture you? Where can I do that boring introspection? I don't see it anywhere.
Looks like I'm not the only one who can't sleep tonight.
Oh, it's still nighttime already. Oh, I have to do it here, because that makes sense. Not at all.
Don't know why I should be so nervous about making a simple phone call.
Me neither.
I mean, hey, I've crossed Europe, been in all sorts of danger, and yet look at me here. I'm worrying about talking to my former best friend. Oh, and I think I used to spend my life on the phone gossiping with her. So what do I risk? Criticism?
Maybe it still hurts.
The one who missed her mother's funeral because she was breaking rocks at the bottom of a mine.
Like that was a choice.
In any case, Olivia hasn't stopped criticizing me ever since I left Valladolid on Hans Vorarlberg's train.
Doesn't sound like a good friend to me.
I'm the one who should be criticizing her. I mean, come on. Isn't she the one who took advantage of my absence to get her hooks into Dan?
That's what I said.
Now look at me, mulling over old grudges. That's exactly what I wanted to escape from when I decided to go with Hans in his train to Syberia. And then there was the departure with the Yukon tribe, their seasonal migration. Come on, Kate, for Christ's sake, stop procrastinating. Just make the darn call and get it over with.
That's what I wanted to do, but I had to do this. Because I have to get all my objectives. Continue. Enter. Don't you have to put a coin in? Or did I not see her do that? Just put it to your ear. She's calling from her cheek.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
You're revealing yourself. I got your letter. Oops.
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
I know, things have been complicated.
Complicated. I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother.
Oh my god.
Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
Way to guilt trip someone. That's right. You don't have to.
I don't have to justify myself to you, Olivia, or to anyone else.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
That's not true. I'm calling. Are you done?
Are you done?
Oh, Kate. I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone. And that's how you're gonna stay.
This is not a friend. It's not. I'm sorry, it's just not. Can't force other people to apologize. That's not how it works. Guess that's over. You can make new friends, don't worry. It will be alright. And you kinda are so. I would have hung up a lot sooner if it was me. After the first sentence, I would have been bye-bye. Don't start a conversation like that when you haven't spoken to someone in 2 years. Not if you truly love somebody. Because she doesn't. Nice view. Why did they do that?
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page.
Yep. Let's move on. Did you like this video? Check out my other videos on my page Fun with Miko and don't forget to subscribe. What do they mean, latest discoveries? Do I just have to guess it? I don't know. What did I read already? Oh, the origin, that's new. Because I just learned about that.
Nothing relevant. The expedition mustn't have led to any major breakthrough, I guess.
Yeah, but I already knew that. Music Academy. Do I have to read this? Oh, I can't. Normally I can click read and then the text will show up, but I guess this is clear enough. The Academy of Music of Wagen. Founded at the beginning of the 19th century, the Academy of Music quickly became a veritable Wagen institution. The Academy trained many generations of internationally acclaimed musicians, especially pianists. Oh, I remember, Dana, that's her school, that's where she went. So contributing to the cultural influence of the town the world over. The Academy is also an architectural curiosity. Built of Wagen's main square, its prodigious world-famous automaton orchestra attracts thousands of tourists and music lovers every year from around the world. Not anymore because it's closed. The Academy is a place of great importance in Wagen history and played a crucial role in the tragic events of the Second World War. Following the annexation of Ostertal by the Brown Shadow in 1938, so that only took them a year then, and by extension of Wagen, the Brown Shadow turned the Academy into an Oberfeldkommandantur, or High Field Command. Opening the archives has since enabled historians to prove that its soundproof rehearsal rooms were used by the Brown Shadow as prison cells and interrogation rooms. That is not so nice. It was in this building that the last moments of the Wagen offensive were played out. The battle that pitched the Red Army and local resistance fighters against Brown Shadow forces resulted in the liberation of Wagen. Following bitter negotiations with the other Allied powers, the Red Army handed over the main control of the town to American and British forces to allow the Soviets to focus on their ongoing liberation of Central Europe. So the Red Army are the Soviets, that's what I thought. The Allied forces then made the Academy their general headquarters, so allowing time to initiate a transition of power to the relevant civil authorities. Once this was completed, the Academy once again became a prestigious place for learning music. Is it just me, but the screen is moving constantly? I don't know if you noticed this. It makes me a little dizzy because I'm also reading, so I have to focus on the text, but the text is like tripping out. It's like you did drugs or something. Not that I ever had drugs like that. The Academy's recent history is steeped in controversy. Owing to a large decline in students over the past 20 years, it has recently been announced that the Academy is on the verge of financial collapse. The council is said to have even taken the decision to close it and to computerize the automaton orchestra, so creating a tourist attraction that can function on a schedule. So maybe that's what they're doing, that's why it's closed. This decision has triggered loud outcries from the town's heritage advocates who have multiplied appeals. These appeals have all been rejected. Yeah, they have to do something if nobody wants to keep it up. Sounds like a good decision to me. I think I've already read this. I don't know. Has it changed? Let me just check real quick. No, I think I've read this. Go back. People then? Lenny. So this is
It's
the
a
pictures
shame
in
that
the book.
Demoiselle Lenny is so modest about having been a member of the Resistance. She's a true hero.
The Wagen Gazette, 60th anniversary of the liberation of Wagen, a heartfelt tribute to veteran resistant fighters. This is just about her. 14th of April 2005. The ceremony commemorating the 60th anniversary of the liberation of Wagen took place under a clement sky. The procession first passed down Wagen's symbolic memory lane. A heartfelt tribute was given to resistance fighters who, indefatigably, fought against the fascist invaders throughout the occupation period. Most of the remaining survivors were able to make the journey and deliver moving speeches that deeply touched the assembly. As a reminder, 60 years ago, all the resistance groups of Wagen fought alongside the Red Army and Allied forces to retake the town and Ossetal from the Brown Shadow. There was, however, just one disappointment. Lenny Renner, the well-known manageress of the refuge of Silberspiegel and one of the most revered and emblematic resistance fighters of our town, once again refused to join the commemoration. A local icon describes her refusal as her own particular way of paying tribute to her comrades fallen in combat and should be taken without the slightest hint of controversy. Given the thunderous applause that punctuated the old lady's name when called out at the podium, this sense of decency and discretion was perfectly understood by all present. Yeah, she is a real hero then. Then why is she that grumpy? I don't know. Did maybe people she loved died? Junta. Junta Steinhoff.
Junta. Demoiselle Lenny told me a lot about her. But was she some kind of spy?
I don't know, Kate. I'm not reading as fast as you. Born in London in 1912 of Austrian parents, Junta Steinhoff is a filmmaker and photographer. So is she still alive then? She's famous for her major aesthetical influence on the cinema of the 1930s. So she did survive it. She was at the center of several controversies over her presumed role during the Second World War. Initially accused of collaborating with the Brown Shadow, for whom she made several commissioned films, Junta Steinhoff later was found to have worked for the Allied secret services, especially the British. Biography. So that's kind of funny because when you're going back into the past, it's like Junta is only trying to film that Leon and is in love with him and has no other agenda, and then now you find out that she was a spy, so she didn't really care about that. Maybe she did, but probably not. The filmmaker lived in London until 1935. She loved mountaineering, sports and photography, which led her to following the international winter sports competitions for different newspapers and specialized magazines, so that's why she was filming Leon. She sojourned regularly in the Alps, especially in the area situated... Oh my god. She sojourned regularly in the Alps, especially in the area situated in Ossetal. Fluent in German and keen to meld in with the population of Ossetal, the filmmaker chose the artistic pseudonym of Junta Steinhoff, so that's not a name. So borrowing her mother's maiden name while giving a nod to her Germanic origins and to the heroine of the mountain film Das Blaue Licht, 1922, filmed by the very controversial Leni Riefenstahl. That's funny, so she did make a film. Junta Steinhoff dedicated a large part of her work to filming mountaineers come from the four corners of the world to challenge the renowned rock faces of Ossetal. The beauty of youth and the magnificent landscapes combined in her aesthetical vision, so nurturing her passion for both the cinema and photography. Junta Steinhoff was accepted into the very closed circle of Ossetal alpinists. Hungry for outstanding records, this circle was in those days very politicized and said to be close to the fascist ideas of the Brown Shadow. These ideas are exemplified by the conquest of untouched peaks exalting the supposed virtues of a so-called superior race whose pureness was equated, according to the racist ideology, to that of snow-capped summits. That is kind of true, I think. I don't know. I think it's supposed to say it. It was during this period that Junta Steinhoff was commissioned to make films for the Brown Shadow. The political movement soon went from fake patron to financer of pure propaganda. It's a lot of text about her. Yet, when the Second World War broke out, the artistic aura of the filmmaker enabled her to promote her films both in the capitals of the Axis powers as well as in a fair number of Allied countries. It was revealed that Junta took advantage of these trips to supply precious information to the Allied forces, and especially to the Foreign Office in London, who had preventively approached the young woman during the rise of the Brown Shadow in the 1930s. Upon the liberation of Ostertal, Junta Steinhoff was detained for a few days for her role in the Brown Shadow's propaganda machine. Her status as a double agent soon enabled her to be cleared. The filmmaker has since kept to herself, having returned to live in her native England. So she is not snowed in then. But they did find bodies that go as far back as the Second World War. I think that guy told me. So, but it's not Junta. And I think that guy in the refuge is Leon, just the older version of him. So maybe those scientists are there then, I don't know. Since it also says in this article that they didn't reach their goal. Did I look up Dana? I think I did.
No results about Dana. She probably never got famous.
Or she is snowed in. Could be. That's too bad though. Go back. Necrology? No. No, I did this. Go back, go back. Wait. Locations? Iron Tiger did that Baltayar? That's new, I think. Yeah, I just got an achievement, so this is everything that's on the computer. Baltayar is a Central Asian country located between Russia and China. Why was this important again? The capital and largest town is Kantar. A former British colony, Baltayar was granted independence shortly after the Second World War. It is mostly mountainous, consisting of several mountain ranges separated by valleys and interconnected by a network of caves and prehistoric galleries. 25% of the country is wooded and is also delimited by the desert steppes as well as by Great Lakes linked together by over 50,000 kilometers of waterways. 50,000 kilometers is a lot. Baltayar's highest peak is 4.604 meters above sea level and is greatly prized by mountaineers from all over the world. Why did I get this again? Let me think. I read about Baltayar in my notes. Where was it? Here. Leon had to go to Baltayar. In Asia is what it says. Yeah, that's far away.